I finally realized it. After 6+ years in the Fortnite competitive community, I've came to the realization and conclusion that the main and most common reason for people failing to go pro is boredom. And it's sad because it's such a simple issue with such a simple fix. But to actually fix this issue, you need to first of all realize that you actually have this issue. Which, let me tell you, you probably do, but are completely just ignoring it. So I'm going to use an imaginary scenario to hopefully help you relate. So imagine an aspiring Fortnite pro called Bob. Recently, Bob developed a routine after seeing one of my videos. It goes as follows. It starts with 2 hours of 1v1 realistics using a slow methodical playstyle, trying really hard to win against the other player. Then scrims, trying to write down notes and doing short VOD reviews on each game after each game. And then finishing it off with 2 to 3 hours of solo ranks, just keying everyone he saw and just being a no-call, just completely locked in. This is it, Bob thinks to himself. He's super motivated to grind out this routine and is really excited about that eventual drastic improvement he'll see months down the line of consistency. So let's fast forward about 4 months and see what's up. Interesting. Bob's seen almost like no progress. And what's that? Bob's routine is almost completely different to when he started. What in the world happened? Well, it all went wrong about 2 weeks after he discovered and made his own routine. For those first 2 weeks, Bob had actually been pretty consistent with his new routine, but it was at this point at the 2-week mark where he started to get bored, which led him to make changes, bad changes. He would start to sometimes just do 1 hour of ranked instead of 3 hours of ranked, swapping it out for some other weird stuff, like maybe jumping from different random creative maps to different random creative map, and then maybe scrolling for YouTube or TikTok, just a big mix of nothing really. He would start to get off his PC earlier sometimes to just go watch Netflix. Or he would sometimes swap his 1v1 realistics with 1v1 zone wars or maybe PGs, where he would just completely use a playstyle he wouldn't use in tournaments, like going really fast, going for clips basically, just doing heaps of spamming and edit courses and whatnot. Basically straying away from that routine he had originally set. Overall, the theme here for Bob is his boredom leading into laziness. And I know, if you're being honest bro, that you would have realized by now that you can sometimes be like Bob too. Here's the reality you gotta face with Fortnite competitive. A lot of the time, the boring thing to do is usually the best thing to do. Just being consistent with playing hours and hours of 1v1s, ranked, scrims with the proper playstyle every single day is the boring thing to do, especially when you're doing it for months and months on end. But in this case, you shouldn't change what you're doing just because it's getting boring, because that's when you're gonna start minimizing the effectiveness of your practice. I'm sorry bro, but if you wanna go pro, yes, there will be a lot of times that you genuinely do have enjoyment, but you need to prepare for boredom. And make sure that every single time you make a change to your day-to-day practice, it's not out of boredom and actually out of some logical thinking. You need to accept and embrace boredom because it will be an inevitable part of the journey to success and is usually a good sign that you actually are on the correct path to success. Just remember, in terms of achieving great success like going pro in Fortnite, boredom isn't always a cause for change. You need to think logically. Hey, are you still stuck being a beginner to Fortnite competitive? Because I created an ebook which talks about all the common mistakes I've seen beginners make and, well, obviously how to fix them too. And the best part is, bro, I just decided to literally give it out for free, so you might want to check it out, bro. Click the link in the description.